Welcome to the Wise Owl Knits podcast. Today I'm going to take you deep down the rabbit hole with me. So buckle up, Buttercup. Here we go. First though, I'm going to show you my progress on the Cowboy knit along. This is my cowboy sweater. And as you can see, I've finished the color work and I've split for the sleeves. And now I'm working down the body. This yarn is from Mystery Mouse Yarns. The blue is, the dark blue anyway, is called Ghost Rider. The turquoise is turquoise. The white or cream is Dry Bones. And I forgot the name of the purple, but I'll put that on the screen. It is such a fun sweater to knit. And you know, like any color work yoke sweater, it just pulls you in because you just can't wait to get to the next part. So it's not too late to join in on the knit along. It goes until Halloween, so you can still grab some yarn from Holly or from your stash or from anywhere. It's DK weight yarn. There are also bags, coordinating bags available from Susan at Delightful Works, so check out her shop. Both of them are on Etsy, so you can find them both there. There is a Telegram group, so if you're on Telegram or if you don't mind joining Telegram, you can join that group. Anybody can join, whether you're knitting or not, so if you just want to watch what's going on, that's okay. And on Instagram, you can use the hashtag CowboyKnitAlong2025. So either way, there are some prizes at the end, so if you want to join in with us, that'd be great. I'd love to have you do it. I'd love to see all the different variations of the sweaters. One of the knitters, Joe Bob, has one that is in shades of brown and tan. Beautiful, beautiful. And I'll stick a picture of hers in. And then Cheryl from Columbus, Ohio, also has the yoke of hers done, so I'll stick her picture in too. So both of those are just examples, and you know, the possibilities with colorwork sweaters are just endless because you can pick what you like and it'll all end up looking great in the end. Just want to make sure you have plenty of contrast, and but other than that, you might as well knit with the colors you like. That's always what makes me happy, is to knit with the colors that I like. Today I'm wearing my Lighthouse raglan, my Lighthouse sweater. This pattern is knit out of Chicken Lady Fiber Arts. The yarn is Americana, the color is Scarlet. This pattern is in test knitting right now, and it will be available the middle of October, so watch for that, and I'll let you know on my next video exactly when it's coming out, but that will be out pretty soon. So the Lighthouse sweater, or Lighthouse raglan, and knit out of Chicken Lady Fiber Arts in DK weight Americana. Last night was knit night at my house, and every Tuesday night I have a group of women that come over, and I help them if they need help. I give them suggestions on what to knit. It's $10 a night, but with that $10 comes any help that they need, and it also gives them access to any of my patterns. I've got someone who just kind of joined our group fairly recently, and some of you may know her. She is Cheeky Mare, and she's got a YouTube channel that is about quilting. So I'll link her YouTube channel below. She is the youngest member of our group by far. And she really is a quilter and a cross stitcher more than a knitter. She just really recently started knitting, but she is super, super brave. She is doing a colorwork pattern, and this is for the Make Orange Great Again knit along that she's making this sweater for. It's knit in the round. She is using a combination of orange and purple. Purple's her favorite color, but the pattern needs to be at least 50% orange for this knit along. And she had not really the right size yarn for the pattern, so she combined 2 orange, sunset orangey colors and 2 purples together. So she's using 4 different yarns at the same time, but 2 in one hand, 2 in the other. And I'm not sure if she does it two-handed or not, but anyway, she's using the 2 purple for the one color and the 2 orange for the other color. And to top it off, the pattern has steeks for the armholes. So she's doing this pattern that is not a beginner pattern, and she's doing fantastic at it. And it has steeking. I've been knitting for a long time. I've done steeking once. I did it in a class, and again, that was for armholes. It's been quite a few years ago since I did it, and in my mind, I understand how it works, and I think it's really cool, but I'm still a little, not afraid, but apprehensive about it. I avoid it. I'm just apprehensive about it. And I know enough that I could coach her through reinforcing the area on the outside of the steek, but it's just not something that I have chosen to do much. I have committed now that my next pattern that I write is going to be a color work in the round pattern that I'm going to steek, and I'll steek down the front at the button band and then add the button bands on after I cut it. She was here last night and she was ready to do her armhole steeks. She had one sleeve all reinforced. So I'm going to show you Cheeky Mare steeking her sweater. Your commentary.
All right, so we're steeking. Scary, scary. What I did first was I crocheted, slip stitch, crochet in between. Where is my crochet hook so I can show you? Anyway, I picked up one leg of the purple, so the right leg of the purple, and the left leg of the pinky orange, and slip stitched that, crocheted it. And then just for funsies, I did a couple lines on my sewing machine. So theoretically, I should be able to cut this now in between the crochets without tearing my entire work away. Here we go.
Just go slowly.
So you're cutting the armhole.
Yes, cutting the armholes. It's called steeking.
Sometimes people will do a sweater in the round and then make it a cardigan by cutting the button band in the front.
I've got 4 yarns together, so it's a little...
Yeah, you've got several layers.
Yes.
You steek?
She did some crochet.
The crochet and the sewing, I heard.
Yeah, that's to reinforce the edge.
Okay.
Theoretically, you don't have to do that, but I think it makes us feel more comfortable.
Yeah,
to have it reinforced.
I did envision that this was going to be a cardigan and that she was cutting just right up the middle of what she
No. No.
Cutting the armholes. Which the time that I did a steeking project, it was also cutting the armholes.
Making sure I don't cut the crochet yarn.
So is that how you're going to pick up the stitches, is the crochet?
I'll pick up the stitches with the knitting. The crochet is just to keep the steeking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that edge will end up being on the inside.
Yeah, it'll roll underneath
Okay.
and be the seam. Okay.
Yay!
There's an armhole.
He's got a hole.
There's an armhole.
Yay!
Wow.
All right.
Good job. You're
Wow.
so brave.
You are so brave. Whew, I'm sweating.
I know, like I was holding my breath over here, like I was on the Titanic or something.
My heart was going boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna. I think it's gonna stay.
Yeah.
I think so too. I mean, it's
Look
so
at that.
I mean, theoretically, if you cut in between the stitches, they don't run sideways. They only run
Well,
up
that's
and down.
true.
Like if you get a run in your pantyhose, it's up and down.
Right.
So the other side you didn't prepare yet?
I prepared with the crochet, but I did not prepare with the double stitching. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna do one at a time.
No
Like-
problem. Well, you've done
Oh,
one.
no, I was
so-
going to say, I would do that.
Now, down my rabbit hole. I have just finished a new beads pattern. That's the beads hat, and that is available now on my website if you want to go check it out. And I have knit a whole bunch of them because they're slip stitch patterns. The beads motif is mosaic knitting or slip stitch, so you're only working with one color at a time, which is nice. And if you haven't done stranded color work, which is what the cowboy sweater is, on that one you're holding two colors at a time, and in one little teeny portion you're holding three colors at a time. This you only use one color at a time. The pattern is written for anywhere from fingering to bulky weight yarn. Now I will warn you, there's a little bit of math in it because you need to know the gauge of the size that you're knitting. This one is in a bulky weight yarn, and you need to know how large in circumference you want the hat. So this one is for a young child or a toddler, and I did it to be 16 inches around. So you have to figure out your gauge, and this is all explained in the pattern, and figure out how big you want the hat to be, and then you just go from there. So it's more of a recipe style pattern than a strict all the numbers are there type of a pattern, but that makes it really, really flexible. This yarn is some yarn, they're Karen cakes, and I got the yarn from Michael's, and it's called Chunky Cupcakes. And the cake, the yarn was wound in a cake with a little pom-pom on top. So I went ahead and put the pom-pom on here. So that's two colors of these cupcakes. The more green and bluish color is called Peppermint Patty. And the other one is Plum Preserves. So if you want to make one just like this pom-pom is the one from Peppermint Patty. For the Plum Preserves, there's a more plum colored pom-pom. So those are fun and great for kids or for newborns. You know, whatever size you need, you can make that. This was my very, very first version of the pattern, and I don't remember the yarn, but it's an acrylic yarn that I got from Meyer, and some of it doesn't contrast as much as I'd like, but I do like the colors. I'm not a super fan of the acrylic yarn, and it kind of stretched out a bit here around the brim. So I don't love that, but I do like the colors. And the way this pattern is written, because I wanted to keep the patterning all the way to the top, there are no decreases at the top of the hat. Instead, you do a series of 3 needle bind offs at the top. And I have a tutorial for that that's on my Knitwiser channel. And I'll just show you the beginning of it right here. I'm going to show you how to finish the beads hat. It's worked with a series of 3-needle bind-offs at the top, and there are no decreases at the end of the pattern, so that the beads can stay in pattern up to the very top. The tutorial shows you how to do all of it, and it's all written down in the pattern too, but I know I'm a more visual learner, and it does help sometimes to see it. So watch the full tutorial over at Knitwiser, and I will have that link down below too, so you can easily check that out. Another version, this one is knit in DK weight yarn, and it is a combination of yarn from You and Dye. My friend Liz, who is no longer dyeing, but I have some of her yarn in stash, so I used the blue as the background color, and the contrasting color is a self-striping yarn from Color Me Sheepish. And I may try this with a lighter background color. I think it probably would jump out a little bit more, and I've got plenty of that yarn left. So that's one version. Another version, same combination of yarns. The purple is from You and Dye, and the contrasting color is from Color Me Sheepish, and that color is called Morning Frost. And I really, really like how this one came out. And then lastly, this one, again, the background color is from You and Dye, and the contrasting color is some stash yarn that I had from Tuscan Knits that I've been kind of saving, but I really, really like how this one turned out. I think this is probably my favorite so far, but I'll make more. Like I said, it is mosaic knitting. It's just one color at a time, which is really nice if you're new to color work. And even if you're not, it makes your project go really fast, because on some of the rows, you're only knitting a portion of the stitches, and that speeds up your knitting like you wouldn't believe. So it's like 25% faster than a normal hat, in my opinion. And it's fun to knit. So I think you should hop on over to my website and grab the pattern and give that a try, because it's really, really fun. The only other thing that I'm knitting right now is I had some of the yarn left over from the beads hat, and so I just cast on another child's hat in the plum color. So about up to the time where I would either decrease, but I think I may do the same kind of crown that I did with the 3-needle bind-offs on this hat too. So that's my last thing I'm knitting right now. Thanks so much for watching today. I so appreciate you being here with me, and I'll be back in a couple of weeks. See you soon. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you want to get notified. And here's a video I think you'll like.